apply the soap and after waiting for days, it's still soft and mushy. Frustrating, right? Why does it happen and how can you fix it? Hi, I'm Farah and this video I'm going to talk about all the reasons that leads to softening of the soap and what are the fixes that you can apply to save your soap batch. Let's talk about what are the most common reasons that leads to very soft soaps. The first reason is using too much of the soft oils. When making the soap formulations, please keep in mind that you're not using too much of the oils like the olive oil, rice bran oil, sunflower oil because all these category of oil, they fall under the soft oils. So make sure when you're making the soap formulation, you're not using too much of the soft category of oils. The second reason is not using enough lye. If you're making the soaps and the lye calculation is not correct, it leads to very soft soaps. The third reason is adding too much of water. When you're using liquids like water, the juices, the aloe vera extract, you have to make sure that you're not using too much of water because higher quantity of water also leads to softening of the soap. So if you're using juices and milk, make sure you're doing the correct calculation. The fourth reason is high humidity. The soaps have a tendency to interact with the humidity of the air that leads to softening of the soap. The fifth reason is not enough time to cure. Cold process soaps, they take around 4 to 6 weeks for curing. So make sure that you have waited enough, that is around 4 to 6 weeks, so that the soaps are completely hardened. Because if you look at the soaps in the second or the third week, chances are they are still curing and they will take enough time to cure completely to make the hard solid bars. So make sure that you are waiting patiently for curing of the soaps. Now let's discuss how to fix the soap from becoming too soft. Fix number 1, using hard oils. When you're doing the soap formulation, make sure you're incorporating hard oils like the coconut oil, the palm oil, butters like cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter or any other butter of your choice because in general, the butters have a tendency to make the soap hard and you don't have to worry about the softening of the soap. A good ratio of oils while making a cold process soap is that you use 60% of the hard oils and you use 40% of the soft oils. Now let's talk about the next fix, that is using the correct ratio of lye. Whenever you are doing the soap calculation, make sure you're using the calculators which gives you accurate value of how much lye and water you have to use it in your soap recipe. Because sometimes if you're not using the correct amount of lye in the soap, it leads to soft bars. Fix number 3 is reduce the liquid content. Try to use a water discount while calculating the amount of water that you're going to use in the soap formulation. Because if your recipe has higher percentage of water, it leads more curing time that leads to softening of the soap. And sometimes even if you wait for months, it's still soft because of the higher percentage of water in it. So make sure you're using the standard ratio that is 2:1, that is 2 parts of water and 1 part of lye while doing the soap formulation. The last fix is let it cure properly. You have to wait patiently for 4 to 6 weeks till your soaps are completely cured. If you live in a humid area, make sure you also use a dehumidifier or a fan because if it's a high humidity, it takes longer curing time. So make sure when you're doing the curing process, the soaps are placed in a good, dry and a ventilated area. So now you know how to fix the soap from becoming soft. So these are all the reasons and the fixes you have to keep in mind so that when you make the next batch, your soaps are not very soft. If this video is helpful for you, don't forget to click on the like button and also subscribe for more informative videos. Stay tuned and see you next time.